Man, guys, we have an issue with the Accord. It is not running at the moment. Well, it could be running, but I refuse to drive it. So, if you guys remember from a couple videos ago where I was installing my front lip, we found this small leak in my axle. The boot had torn, and there was a little bit of grease coming out. But recently, when I was driving it, it started making a clicking noise, and of course, that is one of the worst symptoms that you can experience. Besides your wheel falling off, you know, because well, I don't want my wheel to fall off. But yeah, so if you guys remember that, so I went to the beach recently and I was taking a photo shoot of my car, and when I was turning out to make a left out of where I was at, it was like in a little like ramp or whatever, where the dumpster was. I wasn't taking my car to the trash or anything, but so when I was making a left out, I heard a small like little, it was like a tapping, clicking noise. So that was the first time I heard it, and then the day after that, I went with a friend to go pick up something, and that's when I started hearing it even louder. So I guess it's time to finally fix it. I haven't driven my car since then. It's been about a couple days now, almost a week since I've driven it. So it's been sitting in the garage waiting for me to collect all the parts, and luckily I picked up one of the parts yesterday. It's the front axle. I'll show you guys what it looks like in a minute. I also have my lower control arms coming in as well, because if you guys remember, my lower control arms, the bushings are ripped, and it gives me kind of a horrible ride because it's not very smooth. So I'm going to be replacing those as well, since we are already going to be down there anyways. So those hopefully should be coming in today, and I think I have one of them coming in on Tuesday for some reason, because it wasn't able to get it shipped on time. So I have that as well. So I'm pretty hyped. The homie from Lewis and the Cuz Pro Panda are going to be coming helping me out. So yeah, so actually for today's video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be jacking up the car, and I'm going to be spraying and lubing up all the bolts that we're going to be taking off tomorrow, because I don't want to work on C's bolts tomorrow. I think that would suck. Hopefully, I shouldn't take too long because I got work in a little bit, which sucks. But the good thing about that is, luckily, since I cannot drive this car, I actually have been driving this car, which is pretty nice. It's the 9th gen Accord we have. The cool thing about that car is that I don't have to worry about anything. Like, I don't have to worry about potholes, I don't have to worry about speed bumps, and since there's a lot of construction going around in my area, I don't have to worry about any of that, which is super nice. Plus it's a newer car, so there's a lot more you can experience, push start and stuff like that. So but yeah, I really miss driving this car, by the way, guys. It kind of sucks. But the good thing is I have all the complete body kit for it. As you guys can see, I got my front lip, got the Modulo side skirts, and the Modulo rear lip. But I am actually debating on taking off that front lip because I am not a big fan of it anymore. It's kind of annoying to look at now for some reason. Possibly because it's two colors. I don't know. I kind of want the one that's just like one on the single level and not curves at the end like mine. You guys can see down here it curves, and you guys can see the two-tone color, which kind of pisses me off now that I look at it. Kind of sucks. So yeah, so let's get the car jacked up real quick so we can start spraying all the bolts down. Okay guys, so we got the wheel off so we can get a better look inside now. As you guys can see, there's my axle. Let me get my flashlight for you guys real quick. By the way, check out my lock screen. Is this sick or what? It's a picture I haven't uploaded yet, but I took it at the beach, so I thought it was pretty cool. So as you guys can see in there, let me zoom in for you guys just a tad bit. As you guys can see right there is where my bushing ripped, and it completely ripped off at this point. And as you guys can see, it leaked grease all over the place, which sucks because I have to work around that tomorrow. But for today, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be lubing up all these bolts, because on top of fixing my axle, I'm also going to be fixing this lower control arm. As you guys can see, because my car is lowered, it is bent, and if you take a look inside, it is actually the rubber. I don't know how well you can see it right there. The rubber is cracked, so we need to get that fixed. So I have my lower control arms coming in as well. And as you guys can see, there is my coilover, my Godspeed coilovers. Maybe I'll fix it tomorrow, but we will be lowering the cord just a tad bit tomorrow. And yeah, so from what I know, we're supposed to take off this bolt right here, and then we have a couple more we're gonna be taking off as well. Be taking off this bolt as well, the fork that hangs onto your coilover. And then it also hangs onto the lower control arm. And then we also have another one down here where the tie rod is. And there's a little pin in there we're gonna have to take this off as well. I heard this is the harder part to take off, is this, because you're supposed to have like something that separates them, but I don't have it, so people usually just use hammers until it pops out. So I'm gonna be taking that off. And then there's another bolt down here, right there. That bolt hangs onto the lower control arm as well. And then what else do we take off? From what I remember, in some videos or some of the forums that I've been reading, some people actually take this off as well. I don't know why they take that off as well for the one that comes down. So once we get all that off, we should be able just to get this axle out. But you guys can see a better look in there. Once we get underneath there, we're gonna have to use a pry bar to separate the axle and the axle from the transmission, so it might be leaking a little bit, so we're gonna have to get something underneath there, like an oil pan or something, to catch any fluids that come out. But I don't know if I told you guys, I don't think I have, and the homie Lewis just Snapchatted me. By the way, if you guys are wondering why my screen looks like that, it's because I have a filter and I forgot to take it off. So that's why you guys get all the rainbow color effects. But I don't know if I told you guys this, but my the lining underneath the wheel well actually ripped out the other day. As you guys can see, there's no lining, and it also bent my frame right here just a tad bit, and now my side skirt's a bit loose because there's nothing to help it hold it up. So what ended up happening was I went to the cousin's graduation. Pearl Pan, if you guys don't know, he's actually just graduated high school. Shocking. So he graduated high school, so we went to his ceremony, and then we went to go eat dinner. But on the way to dinner, I was driving on the freeway, and I just heard like a pop, and next thing I just heard something being dragged, and I was like, bro, what now? So I pulled over real quick, and I got to this side, and I noticed that my the lining that goes inside was literally just hanging like by those two bolts right there, but the rest was just like flapping on the side. So I had to get my box cutter and had to like cut it off, and then once I got that cut off, there's no lining inside, but I just remembered I need to order that because I don't want debris getting inside, because as you can see, the lining covers basically like this whole thing in here, and I don't want any debris getting inside of there. So yeah, so let's get some of this WD-40 sprayed on there. So I think the first one we're going to spray it on is this one right here, because I heard this is one of the harder ones to get out. Oops, sorry guys. There's this channel I actually watch. A guy has an Accord just as like mine. I'll link it down below, but he does some pretty cool videos. I think he's from like Canada or something, or he has like an accent. But so in this video, they actually legit broke like 5 breaker bars to get this bolt off, and his friend eventually had to come with an air gun. So one more for good luck. We're also gonna be taking off this bolt in here, so hopefully that's not too hard to get off tomorrow. If the gods work with me, we will succeed in doing this tomorrow. And there's that other bolt right there. I heard that is a pain in the ass to get off as well, that stabilizer link. Hopefully it doesn't break on me tomorrow because I didn't order one. So yeah, hopefully it should be easy, but I don't know. Let me show you guys while I let this dry up, and then I'm gonna do the other side after real quick. I won't show you guys that on camera because it's a little bit boring, but let me show you what the axle looks like. So I was gonna order one off Amazon, or I was gonna order one offline, but it wasn't gonna get here on time, so I just went to Amazon and got one there instead. And the cool thing about this one is that they actually have offer a lifetime warranty, and I only paid $75, so I don't think it was that expensive. And I get lifetime warranty, so if it breaks, I can just take it back and get another one. But Jesus, forgot how heavy this thing is, but here it is. It's right here. There, as you guys can see, that's the one that ripped on mine. And as you guys can see, this goes into your transmission on this side, and then we got the other side, which is where that bolt was, which actually I don't know if it comes with the bolt. I think I'm about to reuse the one I have. Oh no, they give you a new one. Sweet. So yeah, so it's basically what it looks like. This thing's really heavy, by the way. I don't know if it says how heavy this thing is. And here's a picture of it, as you guys can see. Cool. That Duralast should be fine. And again, if it breaks or anything, I can always take it back and get another one. So let me finish this up real quick, and then we'll finish off the video. So as you guys can see, this is actually the other side. And as you can see, everything in here is pretty dry except for what I just sprayed down. But as you can see, that's what the axle is supposed to look like, all dry and good in there. So of course we have our lower control arm down here as well. And as you guys can see, same thing on this side where the bushing ripped. So that'll all get replaced tomorrow. And as you guys can see, the lining on the inside of the wheel well is still here. And that's, oh, look at that. This one's cracking too. So I need to order one for each side. So problem after problem after problem. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, the Accord is finally back on the ground. Put the wheels back on, lubed everything up. So I'm gonna let it sit overnight. Come tomorrow, we will be installing that drive shaft as well as the lower control arms. Hopefully they get here in time. I know I have one of the lower control arms coming in today and one coming in tomorrow. So I might have to do this, might have to finish this off till later in the day, but it will be done. But other than that, wish us luck. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you guys have ever experienced anything like this. What happened? What did you do? Was it a pain in the ass to replace? Did your wheel fall off? Etc. Etc. Just let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you guys haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, as well as follow me at Instagram at Accord_Empire to see more videos on the Accord, because there will be more coming after this as soon as I get this fixed. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Later.